Hello, brave awakened ones. Let me just adjust a little bit here. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, medical empathic intuitive, certified holistic integrative health nurse, spiritual counselor and guide, Reiki master, and certified EFT tapping, and author of the #1 children's book in rhyme on Amazon, #1 new release children book and rhyme on Amazon in 2018. How the Caterpillar Flew, a journey of self-discovery. How the Caterpillar Flew. If you're interested in my services, you can go to higherrealmholistics.com for further information and to book an appointment. And also, if you're interested in an autographed copy of my book, you can purchase that through my website, or if you just want a copy as soon as possible, you can go to any major online book retailer, and you can also purchase an autographed copy at the Barnes & Noble in Kindle. That's in Florida. That's in South Miami. And you can also purchase an autographed copy in Atlanta, Georgia at the Edgewood Barnes & Noble. Okay? Thank you to my Patreon subscribers and supporters. Now, you guys know, I've been telling y'all, we're about to make another major big jump tomorrow, April 1st, 2019. And boy, I have been feeling it. And a lot of last things have been tied up. This message is really important because it's another jump that is going to make us feel even further from those who aren't awakened yet. Don't lose hope for them. Because this energy that came in with the portal, with this equinox portal opening that happened on March 21st, that's lasting. It's the Christed light energy that's starting pouring in. It's the Kali Yuga fire energy, the event energies, which we've been feeling as light workers since 2012, but it was like this was one of the biggest waves that came in. The wave that jolts the awakening of the collective, okay? Not to say there aren't going to be more waves coming in, but this is like a big one, okay? One of the biggest ones as of yet, I should say. So this energy, along with more energies that will be coming in, this Christed and this Christ energy, light energy, lasts through 2022 to help people awaken. And then, that's part of this is the beginning of the great separation. Okay? Either you're awakening or you're not waking up. Plain and simple. And unless you wake up, you can't ascend. Now, we could want stuff for our loved ones that they don't want for themselves, or are ready to embrace for themselves. That's particularly difficult for people, light workers. You don't have to be a light worker to have this ability either. For those of us who, sorry about that. For those of us who are able to see, loud ringing in my right ear, who are able to see further into the future. It's very difficult because we look at our loved ones, we're like, oh my God, if only you knew what was awaiting you, if you just make the right decision, choose this path, not that path. And I have the ability to see what will happen if somebody chooses one path and what will happen if they choose the other path. Not all the time, but a lot of the time I can. And I usually see the greater path. That's what I always see, the greater path. What will happen if they choose? That's what I usually see. What will happen if you choose the greater path? Now, I've been seeing the greater path, especially for my children and my sisters. I've been seeing that. But I also see all the obstacles ahead of them and all the choices they'll have to make to be on that greater path, to keep on that greater path. Because what I usually see is like the end product. Even for myself, I see the end product. What comes in between is like a mishmash because it's all free will. And also there's always a break. Like, okay, you can go, because it's a timeline thing. Are you going to jump into that timeline or that timeline? Which one are you going to really choose? What are you going to form? Which timelines are you going to form? And now is also the time for timeline collapsing, where we collapsing. Well, I've already done all that. but the human collective is starting to do that too. I'm bringing this up because I thought because I saw this as an end product for my older sister, who's a nurse also. I saw us in business together. I saw her relocating down here to South Florida, and me have already setting things up and her jumping in and helping out. And I knew the current position she's in right now, the management position, I was told straight up the reason why she got it was because she needed management experience, because she's never had management experience. And she needed it in that particular field where she is because of what we're going to open down here. So she's been working there. And she can't stand it. And I warned her, you're not going to like it because, you know, as in management, you're on call 24/7 and it's salary based and it sucks. It doesn't really work out. So I just got off the phone with her and she's like, ugh, over it. But then I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to set this up. Are you going to come down and work with me? And she's like, well, now she's backing up. She's getting nervous. She's nervous, y'all. She's nervous. She's getting nervous, cold feet, because it's like coming to fruition. And she's like, well, you know, the kids, you know, now they're saying that they're just so used to being here in Atlanta that they, you know, they don't want to come down to Miami anymore. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They used to want to come down here so bad. I'm just like, really? Okay. And also I had given her money to help her settle her things when it comes to her divorce and her narcissistic husband. And this is the third time I gave her the money. She didn't do it again, which I'm done. I'm not going to give her any more money for it, because if she wanted to, she would have done it. She came up with another excuse to not do it and to went as far as filing papers, but then didn't come through court time. So again, you could want the best for somebody, you could see the best for them, and you're chomping at the bit and you're very annoyed because it's like, oh my God, if you go down this path, you're not going to fulfill what you're supposed to. You're not going to reach your highest heights. And they could still, out of fear, and she is immersed in fear, that one, you could still choose to be dealing with a narcissist, even though they're been living with another woman for years. Bought a house while you're busy raising 5 kids on your own with no child support. She's choosing it. You know? So it's a pretty ugly situation, right? And you're sitting there as somebody who loves somebody so much and you see their full potential, literally have seen their full potential, and they're throwing it in the garbage because they want to stay asleep. And there ain't jack shit you can do about it. Not even for your own kids. Not even for your own kids. I've mentioned in the past, my son, he brought into his father's lies because I allowed my daughter to come and live with us, and she was very destructive. And he took off without me even knowing. He went to go live in New York with his dad for college. Now he's about to graduate. He's 21. He's graduating in May. And, but I was told when he left that he has to go because he has to learn of the truth of who his dad is. Because him and my daughter, they didn't believe me because I kept it so on the down low, all his narcissistic, abusive behavior. Even the physical stuff I covered up, tried to. Didn't work too well after I busted his face and there was blood splattered on the wall and I said it was ketchup and the cops came. That because I had it, you know, because I couldn't take him abusing me every time the kids weren't around. And I said, the day I get strong enough, I'm going to knock you out. And that's exactly what I did. Not promoting violence. I'm just saying you have to defend yourself sometimes, you know, all the time. I'm not going to sit there and be like, nail me. No, I'm not a martyr. That time for martyrism is over. Been done. So you could do what you can for them, but the way it was shown to me is that I have to go ahead. I have to still build this. And if and when she makes the choice to come join me, the spot will be there for her. But I still have to go on. I still have to do this. Meanwhile, again, somebody will step in. The universe will provide. I went out to a party with my cousin, and I did not want to go to this party. It was a adult tea party, and it was all professional women, and Caribbean professional women, and it was a tea party, and I had to wear a flouncy dress with, I had my little fascinator on, and I had to wear my high heels and my makeup, and she's really into it, and I was just like, oh my God, gag me, I don't want to go. But she came to my book signings, and she was very supportive. And so I'm like, I gotta go support my cuz. And she's my only relative down here that talks to me. My aunts don't, because I renounce Catholicism, so they don't talk to me. But she's my only relative down here, who's in my generation. She's 38 years old. So I went with her and her BFF. And as we're driving, because it was like an hour and a half drive out of the way, we went, and guess what? She's supposed to be part of this. She's like, oh, how's business, cuz? I was like, well, I'm about to do this. I'm about to take this jump. I got a meeting. I did the workshops, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do. And she's like, that's so weird you said that. She goes, because I was just thinking the other night how much, when I graduate, because she's a nurse also, but she's doing her bachelor's in nursing right now. And she's been working at some nursing home for a while. And she's like, she goes, I don't even want to go work in the hospital. She's like, I want my own business, but I don't know anything about business. And I'm thinking of doing this side of it. I was like, that is what I'm about to go do. And I said, funny you said that, because the night before, on Thursday, I had a dream about her. I had a dream about her working with me. And I told her about the dream. She's like, what? She goes, and I thought about you too. I said, so are you serious? She's like, yeah, I'm serious. So guess who my new partner is? Instead of it being my sister, because she's not ready, the universe provided my cousin. Because now she's ready. Because I mentioned a long time ago what I was thinking of doing. Over a year ago, when I first started getting all the licenses and the office and all that crap. It took forever, getting inspection. Sorry about that. Getting inspection and everything. She never mentioned it. She was like, ugh, I got to go to school. They're forcing me. I got to do this. Da, 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 da. I'm like, wow, sorry about that. So she's going to school full time, working full time. She just had a baby. And she has a 11 or 12-year-old also on top. No, 11-year-old on top of that. On top of the baby. So... And so now she's ready. So take heart. It sucks seeing your loved ones, quote unquote, self-destructing. It looks like they're self-destructing with their own choices. Not self-destruct. I mean, she'll be all right. If she doesn't wake up, she's not going to be able to ascend or meet her highest potential. And the same goes for my own daughter. My son, he's fine, he's woke up, got to see exactly who his dad is, and, and he's fine. He attends my webinars and watches my videos. And right now he's working on the Emerald tablets and the Kabbalion. So he's all good. But my sisters and my daughter, I have concerns for. But it is what it is, and you have to march ahead. You cannot martyr yourself for them. I was told right before I made this video that you cannot structure what you're doing around helping them. I have to structure it around what I know, what my full potential is. And again, it's about forming a pocket of heaven, because the pocket's left open the way it was always shown to me, and they're able to slide in when they're ready. People are able to come in when they're ready. Just like my cousin. She's like, girl, I'm ready for you. Now I'm ready for you. So just like she's slipping in, that's the same way my sister, God willing, eventually will slip in too. It is what it is. All right, guys. So I know it's a tough video, and it's a hard one to deal with, but it is what it is, because it's another. This is the big level up. This is the big level up. This is implementing the 20-year plan. You know, your 20-year plan or whatever. The way for me it was 20 years. Maybe for you it's 10. I don't know. But the way Yeshua, Jesus, put it to me, it was like, he asked me, what's your 20-year plan? What is it that you want to accomplish in these next 20 years? What do you see yourself putting yourself? I'm like, I want to go all out. I want to throw up all over this place. I want to do it. Everything I was meant to do, I want to do. So you have to. It's your choice too. I'm not telling you have to do anything. But the way if I resonate with you, I resonate with you. And that just means, we're simpatico. It is what it is. If I don't, I don't. It's all good. So it's about strategizing, implementing the strategy, and then launching the product. Okay? And it doesn't have to be physical products. I don't want to get a bunch of messages saying, oh, but I'm not inventing anything. I'm not inventing a physical product either. Okay? All right, people. So I hope this message helps you. Okay? Namaste. Peace out. We already got the victory. We got this, Lady B. Bye. HigherRealmHolistic.com.